Okay, what I want to do is share this out. I am live. Tell these dudes I'm live. Let's get it out there that I'm live. Come on. I'm live. I am live. I gotta put my prices back up here. I'm going to refresh the chat, make sure everything is good. Everything should be good. Danny, what's going on, man? How you doing? So I opened at 3:30. We sold a Switch, Tears of the Kingdom, an SD card. Then a guy came in and bought $36 worth of games. PS1 games. It's VB. What's up, man? And that's hey, man. Made around $300 so far. I'm doing pretty good, right? I've only been at work for an hour. Sounds like a good day to me. We had a guy come in. He looked at the used Switches in the case. This is not the same guy that bought one. When I first opened, a guy came in, looked in the case, saw the Switches that we have used. And he goes, "Are those new?" And I'm like, "No, they're not in the box." He was like, "Oh, how much do they go for new?" I was like, $299 to $349, depending on the model you want. Dude, I don't fucking know. And then another guy called at 9 o'clock in the morning, which, again, we're not open. Nobody's open at 9. And wanted to know if we had, what the hell did he want to know? I wrote these guys in the chat room. What did I tell them? He wanted to know if we had 3DS XL, new 3DS XLs. And I said, we don't have those right now. And he goes, when do you get your shipments of them in? And I'm like, we don't get shipments of them. Like, people trade them in. Who do I get a shipment from? People think because you own the store, like Nintendo gives you shit for free and all that. Nintendo won't, they don't want to know you. Microsoft, PlayStation, they don't want to know who you are if you're a small store. But these customers, they're not really customers. But the people that call, man, they think that we have access to every connection out there. It's like, it doesn't work like that. When do you get your shipments in for new 3DS XLs? We don't get a shipment. Somebody brings it in, I take it. That's like Danny, if they went to you for a car, when do you get your used shipments of 1996 Volkswagen Beetles in? Let me know. I'll come buy a car then. It's like, bro, you gotta wait for someone to trade that shit in. And if someone trades that in, I don't think you're selling it. I think the dealership's scrapping that shit for parts. Yeah, let me know when the 1969 Ford comes in, Danny. Then I'll come buy the car from you. Yeah, trade it and I'll go buy cars at an auction. Exactly. Don't you get a shipment of 1997 Volkswagen Beetles, Danny? Every Wednesday, don't you get a shipment in? Older cars, they auction. Exactly. That's what I would assume. Either they scrap them or auction them. This is why I tell everybody at the end of the gen, buy the machines while you can. And nobody ever listens to me. Everyone waits till they don't make them anymore and then they want them. A new 2DS XL goes for 300 used? I want one now. Well, you could have bought it a year ago for $100. Brand new. Man, I don't know, man. That's why I buy like the controllers and shit. The last two Black Fridays that they're out of the gen, you go out and buy those controllers for $40 a piece. I have sealed PlayStation 4 controllers. I have sealed Xbox One controller. I got all the controllers. In case that shit breaks in 10 years, I am good. Because that happened with the 360, okay? The 360, I have only a couple of controllers sealed. But now I got smart. Get them on sale and hang on to them. Dreadpool, what's going on? Great unboxings, thank you. It's funny, Dreadpool, people don't like my unboxings. Probably because I talk and I annoy people, I don't know. I'm going to keep doing them, though, because you know why? I'm paying for this shit. I might as well get like another 25 cents back off YouTube, so. That controller is really nice, though. That Xbox controller, that's a Saturn controller. I'm going to try Street Fighter with that thing. Yeah, I had to get those videos out because the controllers were delivered last night. I have the Xbox toaster. I got it a couple days ago. I'm not going to unbox it, though. Because I still didn't unbox the fridge from freaking 3 years ago. Yeah, people don't like them. But whatever. I'm going to keep doing them. I need to do them. It's the whole point of the channel is to have different content on here. You got streams, you got IRL, you got unboxings. I mean, it's funny. When I did the negative Lenovo video, that got over 1,000 views. But then when I got it back from Lenovo and I did a positive video, it got 100 views. It's like people just like the negative stuff. Or 2 collector's edition boxes that will eventually be used for giveaways. Nice. Drama Cell, yeah, exactly. I didn't realize, man, my batteries exploded in my mouse over here. My mouse was working fine, and then the guy's trying to pay, and it didn't work anymore. I opened the freaking mouse up. Look at that. Hey, man, these batteries lasted because it says it expires March 2021, and it wasn't like this last week. So these batteries lasted a long time. It was still working. It just like was like lagging a little bit just now. So I took them out. Man, I got to clean that terminal out. This one is still fine. 2021. But oh great. So Dreadpool, a guy called at 9 o'clock in the morning, which we're not even open. Nobody's open around here at 9 o'clock in the morning. And goes, do you have any used new 3DS XLs? And I said, no, we don't have them right now. And he goes, oh, when do you get your shipments of them in? And I'm like, you don't get shipments. People trade them in. Oh, man, I don't know, man. Then the guy came in when I opened, and he looked at the switches, and these are the used ones. They don't have boxes. They're just in the case, the display case. He looks at the switches and goes, oh, are those switches new? I was like, no. Oh, well, how much do they go for new? I was like, $299 to $349, depending on what model you get. Oh, okay. Why do you think those are new? They're not in the box. I can't help the people around here. Man, I moved from Westchester. I don't know where the fuck I live now, but the self-destructive Tony Khan. Oh, did he go crazier again today, or what? Am I missing something? I know Meltzer said the Bucks are like the greatest tag team in the last 15 years. Bro, you're on crack. You are on absolute crack. They just ruined Sting's retirement match because it's the Bucks versus Sting. It's like that's the match that we've been dying for. Bro, Sting's going to go back to WWE and wrestle somebody else and retire. That's going to drive Tony Khan nuts. Watch. And now Sting is saying online, apparently, that he chose the Young Bucks as his final opponents. It's all bullshit. AEW sucks. Never thought I'd ever say that. Hi. Alright, let's get this stuff off the screen. Just sold the TurboGrafx after 5 years of having that thing here. Very nice. Where's my real chat room? Here you go. Captain Catch, what's up? Yeah, what is that? That was $249. Because it came with the turbo booster. I didn't want to sell them separately. I just sold them in one thing. The turbo with the booster usually goes for like $250 anyway, or it used to. I don't care. I got rid of it. We're good. He was happy. He's got the Turbo Duo. The guy just bought it, but he needs the turbo. So he's like, I saw you had it last time I was here. I'm buying it. We sold a Switch, Tears of the Kingdom. Then the guy came in, bought a bunch of PS1 games. And this guy bought the TurboGrafx 16. So that's it. They're pretty good today. Made around $600. And I've only been open for less than 2 hours. Captain Catch, what's up, man? RWK, what's up? Hockey fan, Cam May. Russo and Richards even said that AEW wasn't going to last much longer. No, it's not. With the way this guy's acting, it's all bad karma. Getting that money up says it's VB. Well, I took the week off because of the weather. It was like screwed up all week. I left the house for the first time today. Since what? Monday? Sunday? Saturday? No, Saturday it snowed. Maybe we went out Saturday, early Saturday. Yeah, it was probably Friday or Saturday was the last time I left the house. Like when I was streaming the Polymega, I was in the house all week. And when I wasn't streaming, I was sleeping. Have you checked the Prince of Persia? No, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna play it later. I got a couple of things. I still got Crime Boss. I installed it on my Xbox like a week ago. Never played it. And Prince of Persia demo. Everyone's telling me it's good. Abbo told me it's really good, so I'm gonna check it out. I'm not into those games, but I'll check it out. So let me tell you guys a funny story. 2 funny stories for today. A guy called again at 9 o'clock in the morning. This place. Nobody's around at 9 o'clock in the morning. GameStop doesn't even open at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I answer the phone because I'm sitting by the computer and I'm like, hello? Do you have a new 3DS XL? And it's like, no, we don't have those. Oh, so when does your shipment of them come in? And I'm like, we don't get shipments of used 3DS XL. I didn't say that to the guy, but I'm saying that in my head. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, we just have to wait for people to trade them in. That's what I told the guy. Where am I going to get a shipment of used new 3DS XLs? That's the first funny story. Second funny story. A guy came in as soon as I opened at 3:30. Guy came right in. Now we have used switches right here in the display case, which I sold one right after that guy left, which is funny. And he looks at the switches and goes, "Are those new?" And I'm just like, "No." "Oh, how much are they new?" When I told him how much they were new, and he was like, "Oh, okay." They don't have boxes; they're just the machines. What makes you think they're new? Bro, my last year here, I feel like just trolling everybody. Like if that guy comes in, my retirement year and goes, "Are those new?" I'll be like, "Yes," and they're $800. I'm just gonna give up and just say whatever the fuck I want at that point. I don't know what it is around here. It's got to be the water, which I drink bottled water. I don't drink the tap water, so I think I'm all right. But what is with the people up here? I turn here for a week. I'll turn here for the whole year that I'm. The last year I'm here. You know what's funny? Like, I really at this point, I can't wait for my last year because that's what I'm going to tell everyone to go fuck themselves. Because what do I care? If I know it's my last year, what do I care? I already did my job, man. I kept this place open for as long as I could. So let's do 10 years, and on my 11th year, let's just fuck with people. That's what I'm going to do. I've decided that's what I'm going to do. Danny is back. The Purge, says Hockey. I bet people will totally be shocked if you just started cursing them on the phone. I don't even care. I'll do it. At this point, I'll do it. Not now, but when it's time. We're hitting 8 years in June, okay? 2 more years is 10 years. I'm going to run the gauntlet on the 10th year. When we hit 11, when's the 11th year? 2027? That's when I'm going to stop giving a fuck. And it's on. If somebody fucks with me on the phone, they're going to get fucked with back. I'm going to do it. I don't care. What do I care? People think this is my livelihood. It really isn't. This is for me to get out of the house. I got lucky, unfortunate. I understand that. But it was either this or be retired. So that's why, like, you know, I take my time with this place. And people get so fucking mad. It's like, what do you care for? Who cares? My customers come in, they buy the shit. It's good. It's all fake outrage. Did you sell it? Yes, he bought a TurboGrafx 16 for $250. So I made over $600 today in less than 2 hours. I opened at 3:30. It's 5:23. I've only been open one day this week, and that's right now. Dreadpool is still here. Glad you made a sale. Thank you. You guys did pretty good today on Boom. You know what's funny, Dreadpool? I was looking through my phone, and you could see the preview. And I was like, okay, is Dreadpool on Boom show today? Because if you're not on, I don't go in there. No offense to the people there, but... And I looked for you, because I saw there were 6 people on there. And I was like, who's this bootleg guy in Dreadpool Square? And it was you. You just didn't have the camera off. You had the camera on. And I was like, wait, that's him. And then I clicked the button and I jumped in. But at first I was like, man, who's this bootleg guy in Dreadpool spot? And it was you. So... Hey, man, you never know. The customer was Dreadpool? Not yet. He will be. Oh, I missed that. We're going to do a Breaking Bread with Dread right here. Right in the middle of the store. We'll have to put the blinds down, though, so nobody tries to get in while we're recording stuff. You know, people call me at like 10 in the morning. Because the phone, I could get the call forwarded to the house. So people call here. The lights are off. Nobody's here. People literally call me and go, are you in there? I'm looking in there. I don't see anybody. It's dark, too. I'm not here. What do you think? You think I live here? If you don't see me and it's dark, what the fuck makes you think that I'm here? You think I'm just sitting here in the dark all fucking day? People act like I don't do anything. Like I literally just sit here all day. In fact, It's VB said the funniest thing, and Frank, the two of them both said, you are not allowed to have a life and you need to stay here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week and be open. What really pissed me off, though, somebody called on Christmas Day. That pissed me off. Like, bro, why are you calling me at 10 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Day? I'm not open. Santa just delivered the fucking gifts at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's what gets me mad. People don't have, like, the common decency not to call a store on fucking Christmas Day. Christmas Eve, okay. I get it. But Christmas Day, that's off limits, man. You don't even pick up the phone that day. It's Christmas Day. Let me call the game store. That's got to be a prank to call it. No, people do it, man. They call me on Thanksgiving. They call me on all holiday. And they're serious. Yeah, you guys open? I'd like to come pick up a controller. Why didn't you pick it up the day before when we were open? For a last minute gift on Christmas Day at 10 in the morning, I think they're fucked at that point. That's when you get a gift card digitally and text it to somebody. Nah, these people are stupid. They probably got Christmas money and they wanted to come spend it, but we're not open on Christmas Day. Listen, I don't have to be open whenever I don't want to be, okay? This is my place. I'm the boss. That's the way I run it. And the customers have kept me in business for, we're going on 8 years this year. So I'm doing something right. I mean, we didn't think 2020 was going to happen, and that changed the whole dynamic of this place, but I'm still here, right? If you told me I was going to open a store and then go through 2020, I would tell you there's no way I'd make it, and I made it. Doing really well, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, Captain. My room, my rules. Revelation, what's up, man? Nice, heck yeah, man. Thank you, Danny. I'm good, man. How you doing? I made enough money today to close for the rest of the week if I want to. Like, I'm good. Whatever I make the rest of the month now is gravy. I made my rent money today. In less than 2 hours, I made my rent money. I'm good. See how this works? So we sold a Switch, Tears of the Kingdom, micro SD card to go with the Switch. I gave the guy a case and I gave the guy a screen protector for free. Because the guy that traded that Switch in gave me a Pikachu case. I just gave that guy the case. The guy, he works locally and his Switch was stolen. He said at work. So he's like, I gotta buy another one. I was like, alright. So I cut him a break on that. I cut him a break on the game. Gave him the screen protector and the case for free. Because I know that guy. And then another guy bought some PlayStation games, PS1 games. And then this guy, he's a new customer, this guy. He was in here a couple times before. He loves this place. He lives down the street. He's never been in here before, but he loves the place. He just bought the TurboGrafx. That's it. So, pretty damn good day. My first day back in a week. He bought NFL Blitz 2001, Buster Bros, the Razor Scooter game. That was one more. I think he bought 4 games. What was that other game? He paid with cash, so I don't have a receipt. It's in the computer. What was the last game? Oh, Spyro Ripto's Rage or Repto's Rage or something. Those were the games. I got these on because I showed the stream before you guys came in. The battery exploded in one of these. Not this mouse, but the other mouse. And I cleaned it out. I had to put gloves on. I'll pull these gloves off now. Oh, you love Spyro, Dandy? Well, it's an Xbox game now. Time to get an Xbox. Oh, man. Well, you're going to cry over Spyro 4 because it's going to be on Xbox, bro. You're really going to be crying now. Better start saving. Apparently they're doing a 4th, yeah. Microsoft wants that money. They're going to get it. Oh, man. Ripto's Rage is the name. It's funny. I just ripped it. It doesn't hit me in the feels like the OG. Yeah, but the Reignited people are making it. Toys for Bob. They're going to be making the Spyro 4 game. It'll be good. They fucked up, man, when they made that because it came out on PS4 and Xbox One. They didn't put the Series X and PS5 updates out for the Reignited trilogy, and it runs like 30 FPS, but on PC it runs at 60. It's beautiful. I hope Microsoft goes back and patches the Reignited trilogy. Or they frame booster or something, man, because that's a sin. That's a sin. The 4th game won't hype me up as much. How do you know? You don't even know what they're making. Danny, if the 4th game was only on PlayStation 5, you'd be hyped. Don't lie. Toys for Bob are good developers. Yeah, they're fucking awesome, man. They do a fantastic job with their games. Hopefully Microsoft gets the band back together and they start making that game, you know? Because I know Toys for Bob guys were sent over to Call of Duty. I think they were sent to Sledgehammer or something. So hopefully Microsoft gets those guys back together and the team form that they used to be in and get these new games going with Spyro and Crash and all them. You could literally have a crossover now with Banjo, Crash, Spyro, Conker, even though he's a little X-rated. I mean, you could have a crossover with a lot of these guys. They need a patch Crash Team Race. Yes. Yes, that needs to be patched immediately. I'm serious. I grew up on the OG trilogy. So playing a remake of that, okay, I see what you're saying. A fourth game would be good, but nowhere near the hype of the reignite. Okay, I see what you're saying. I'll mess with you anyway. You play on what you want to play on. I see what you're saying. It's like Anthony, when we started Game Complainers, I told Anthony they're going to make Gears 4. And he goes, no, they're not. I was like, yes, they are. He goes, no, they're not. I was like, bro, that's cash. They're going to make Gears 4. And then they made Judgment. I was like, oh, yeah, they made a fourth Gears game. No, it's not Gears 4. They're never making Gears 4. Guess what? Then they announced Gears 4. Anthony was against it. The minute Anthony played that game, he's like, I love it. I was like, I told you, it'll be fine. And Gears 4 got Anthony back into Gears. Not that he really left Gears, but he didn't think Gears 4 was going to be as good as the other three. He was just like you, Danny. Like, that's what I'm trying to bring the story up. But it surprised him that the fourth game was really good. You can ask him about that story. He'll tell you. And he loves Gears 5. So, I can't blame him. Yes, the backwards compatibility program will probably rev up the minute they announce these games for the Activision games for Game Pass. Which then, you know, at that point, Game Pass will probably be a lot better of a deal than it is now. First Gears game, it sucked to online. You know what? I'm not an online guy for that stuff. The only way I play online is if I play with friends. I play the Gears games offline. They're fucking incredible. Those games are top notch, and that's what I miss about Xbox. Those types of games. That's why I bought the Xbox, to play those games. And I'm getting more Forza games than I'm getting fucking Gears games. It's kind of pissing me off, actually. Hey, I don't want to play this car that you can never afford to buy. No, I don't want to play Forza every fucking year. Just make one, then make another game next year. Don't make one every year. I'm tired of that. People were on another level, yeah. I'm telling you, man, even Call of Duty, it's people play this shit all day long. They have no lives, and they're online all day playing it. You know, I get home from work, or I wake up late, I just want to play a game for a few minutes. You can't. The people are crazy online. They never made a mode for Halo or Gears or anything. Not Gears. Even for Gears, though. Call of Duty, Gears, Halo, nothing. They never made a mode, no snipers mode. Because let me tell you something. If you had no snipers mode, you'd be winning some fucking matches. These people are fucking brutal with these sniper rifles in these games. That shit's got to stop. Give me a mode where it's just automatics, or like GoldenEye. They have automatics only, pistols only, slappers only. Give me those modes in these games. No more of the sniper rifle shit. Because the sniper rifles are fucking OP. Playtime in Call of Duty back in the day was crazy. Like Modern Warfare 2, I kept getting... The minute I spawned into a game, I got killed. And I was like, why do you even have this game? It's frustrating because, you know, you just want to play a game with the little time that you have. And you got these fucking idiots in their mom's basement that have been playing it for like 5 days straight, sniping you. And I'm like, bro, I got like a half an hour. You know, I can't be playing this all night. They're freaks of nature. Yeah, they sure are. Smoke grenade and your best friends were snipers. Jamie, what's up? You missed a couple of funny things. A guy calls me this morning, Jamie. Everyone's heard this story like 8 times in the chat. A guy called me not 8 in the morning. I'm sorry, 9 in the morning, and said, "Do you have any new 3DS XLs in stock used?" And I said, "No, we don't have them right now." And he goes, "When do you get your shipment of them in?" And I'm like, "I don't get a shipment of used new 3DS XLs. They come in, people trade them in." Oh, okay. No problem. Thank you. Strike one. I open at 3:30. First guy that comes in. That guy called. Okay, this I didn't tell you guys. That guy called. He goes, "What GameCube games do you have?" He called around 2 o'clock. He's like, "What GameCube games do you have? Can you read them to me over the phone right now?" And I'm like, "I'm home. I'm going in at 3:30. You could call me back then." So instead of calling me back, the guy came in as soon as I opened. He goes to the GameCube stuff. Then he looks in the case. Now we have used Nintendo Switches in the case without the box. He looks at the Switches in the case and goes, "Oh, these Switches, are they new?" And I was like, "No. They're not in boxes. They're just sticking out there." "Oh, well, how much do new ones go for?" I was like, 300 to 349, depending on the model you buy, you know, the OLED or the regular. He's like, "Oh, okay." If it's not in the box, what makes you think they're new? So we sold. Another guy came in and bought a Switch. Tears of the Kingdom, an SD card. We sold the TurboGrafx 16. I've had that since I opened, pretty much. Someone just came in and bought that with the turbo booster. It's gone. And a guy came in and bought a few PlayStation 1 games. Did pretty good today. Did really good today. He wanted a used new 3DS. You know what I mean? That's the name of the console, the new 3DS XL. That's why people are so confused. I have people, like parents, they ask me all the time, oh, do you guys have any 2DS games here? And it's like, that's how stupid this whole thing is. Yeah, I only see 3DS games. Do you have 2DS games? It's like, bro, it's the same shit. That's how stupid the naming convention is for these. People shit on Xbox, okay? Oh yeah, Xbox has the worst names ever. No, motherfucker. Nintendo has the worst names ever. 3DS, 2DS, new 2DS XL, new 3DS XL, 2DS, 3DS, DSi. Wii U, Switch, Switch U. I'm hearing it's going to be called the Super Switch, but we don't know yet. Even that's going to be confusing too. But no, Xbox calls it the Xbox One. Ooh, look at the worst names ever. Ugh. Wow, they renamed one console pretty shitty. Nintendo's fucking guilty as charged with all that. Look at Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Nintendo 64. Well, I have the Nintendo, so what's the difference between that and the Nintendo 64? Is it just a Nintendo that's $64? And what's the Super Nintendo? That's what I'm saying. They have the worst naming convention ever. But let's blame Xbox, so they named one console a shitty name. Which, by the way, it stood for all-in-one. But people... It doesn't go straight through. It goes... Oh, yeah. The Switch OLED. So then people are like, what's OLED? Is that a game that comes with it? No, it's a screen. Give up. They might not even name the new Switch the Switch. They might name it something else. And they're keeping the old Switch on the market. They're going to sell them side by side. So that's going to be confusing to people. But let's shit on Xbox for having one crappy name. And people, oh, they name it the Series X. That's confusing. Really? Because BMW has a Series X. BMW has different series models. But why don't we shit on BMW? Oh, they don't have to connect. Always online. Hang on, someone's calling. All right. That guy called for Xbox controllers for the OG Xbox, but he wants like the OG controller. I only have third-party ones right now. There are two separate Game Boy systems called Game Boy and Game Boy Color. The OG Game Boy, excuse me, with color shell. Okay, but listen, in Japan, the Game Boy, they had the Game Boy Light, which was a pocket with a light. It was a backlit Game Boy Pocket. So that confuses everybody too. Calling about shipments. I like the Xbox One. Always thought it was a smart name. Yeah, I mean, because it's all in one. It played all. It was going to do your media, your games, all that shit. I get it, it's stupid because there's an original Xbox, which people called Xbox One. But you could see where they were coming from with that one. But it had so much hate that people just shit on it. It's the same guy. Hang on. He just wants to know our hours. They're really rare. You could get OG Xbox controllers for like $20 on eBay, but am I going to order them and then I can't sell it to him for more than that, you know? So it's not even worth it for me to offer to order them. A lot of people don't understand the price of this shit's going up. So when they call and they're like, "Hey, I got an original," they're thinking the controller's like $10. No, I mean this shit is going up. You guys can look for yourselves. And I explained to the guy, you know, we have two consoles, but they don't have the remotes because people trade in the machines without the remotes. That happens a lot. A lot of people just bring me stuff without controllers, or the controllers are broken. I have to replace the controller or I can't sell it. So I have to order one. I take photos, I put everything together, and that's the way it goes. Like we have N64s here. They didn't come with controllers. They didn't trade them in with controllers. So I have the third-party ones that are. I test these things out before I bundle them with the machine. And if they run fine, then if they pass my test, then I sell it with the machine. I'll bundle it in there, and that's it. If it doesn't pass my test, it doesn't. I don't put them in there. I don't put shitty controllers in there like DK oldies. I find good third-party ones and I stick them in there. If they don't give me the OG controller, 99 times out of 100, they don't give me one, or 9 times out of 10. And then people get mad at me. I'm like, bro, I didn't trade this shit in. Like, I'm not paying $40 for a fucking N64 remote, so I can sell the machine for $70. Doesn't make sense. That Game Boy Light, last contribution to Nintendo before Wonder Swan team. Oh man. OG Xbox controllers are rare. Nah, I read that. Keep getting current Switch models. I think a refresh is not a new gen. I think it's a refresh. No, they said they're going to sell them side by side. And you remember a year ago we talked about this. Nintendo was worried about another Wii U situation, which is why they've been delaying releasing this thing. Because it's gonna be next gen, but it's gonna be. They don't want to kill the sales of the current Switch, but they need to get the new Switch out. So I think so people don't get fucking pissed off that they bought a Switch for Christmas, because they're announcing this thing in March. I heard they're gonna announce this new Switch for March to be released in September. I think They're keeping them side by side so people don't get mad. Hey, I just bought a Switch for Christmas. 3 months later, you're telling me there's a new one coming out. This way they could turn around back. No, we're keeping the old one. You're still good. But here's a new one for people that want to upgrade. So I think it'll be next gen, but they're just fucking with people. And they did that before. Sony's done it. Sony does it. The PS4, you still buy a PS4 right now at Walmart. They have them. The PS5 is going on year 4 right now. You can still buy the PlayStation 4. They all do that. Except for Xbox. They kill off their machines that year that they release the new one. Or the year before, right? With the original Xbox? No, original Xbox was 05. They killed the original Xbox in August of 05. Because I was working at Best Buy and they told us, they were like, that's the last one we have. We're not getting any more. Because the 360's coming out. And they did that shit again with the Xbox One. April 2020, the Cyberpunk edition was the last Xbox they made. They discontinued it that year because the Series X was coming out in November. Xbox kills their machines that year. They don't even fucking let it go. They're like, nope, we're done. It's end of life. It's out of here. Which is smart. But Nintendo, they just don't want to rock the boat with people, I guarantee you. That's going to down the sales of the new one. Well, they got to work on their marketing and get people to buy that new one. I hope it's saying 1080p 60 in the handheld. 4K with the... I don't think you get a 4K. I hope we do, but I don't think you're going to. And it has to be able to use a current Switch card. They might go digital with that one. After this flash cart that's coming out, that might make them change their minds. It's like when we sold our used cars, people expected a full warranty on it, and they expect us to pay for all the repairs. People are always going to do that shit. Dude, you're buying a used car, you're going to get fucked on it. Everyone knows that. Eventually, you're going to get fucked on those things. Just take care of the car and you'll be good. You know? Then they need to have an upgrade program to promote it as backwards. You know what they're going to do? They're going to say, hey, if you want to play your Switch games, you can still buy a Switch. Remember the Xbox 360? Yeah, we have a console for that. It's called the 360. You can still buy that. It seems like the Xbox 360, though, didn't die with the Xbox One. The 360 went on for about 4 or 5 months after the Xbox One came out. Because it was just too popular. Microsoft couldn't discontinue it. Yeah, that worked so well. Yeah, I'm telling you. I think Nintendo will be fine. The 360 had an extra Christmas. Maybe 2 for unsold stock. I think I bought the Garden Warfare one. The 500 gigabyte eSlim with Garden Warfare. Modern Warfare. Garden Warfare. I'm getting confused. Garden Warfare. I have that bundle. I think I bought that in 2014. I still have it sealed in the box. Brand new. I think after that there was a Forza bundle. I'm talking like a month or 2 after that. And that was it. Or the Forza bundle we thought was the last bundle, but then they had the Garden Warfare one come out. I'm confused. But there was a Forza bundle and a Garden Warfare bundle. And that was it. And the stores had like 1 or 2 of them. I think they should have called the Xbox One the Xbox 3. Yeah, but you're calling it 3 when you had 360, you know? People are going to get confused. The reason why it was called Xbox 360 is because they wanted to confuse people. Because the PlayStation 3 was coming out. Microsoft said, we're going to call this thing the 360. So if people say, hey, do you have the new Xbox 3 or PlayStation 360 order? Because it's 3. They were playing off PlayStation 3's name. They figured it would confuse people into buying an Xbox. That's why you had PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. So that was their little marketing. Yeah, 2 is less than 3. That's right. Because if you're somebody that doesn't know anything about this stuff, and you go, yeah, we have PlayStation 3 and Xbox 2. Oh, well, 3 is better, right? Because it's a higher number. That's exactly why they did it. That was smart marketing, man. The 360 team, they had that shit on lockdown. They knocked that out of the park. Yeah, but Danny, you have a BMW Series X. You know what I mean? I think Danny just hates Xbox because he likes PlayStation. I don't. Why don't you like the Series X? It's like the Series X BMW. The Series X is a better name than One. That's for sure. I get Xbox One. It's a shitty name, but it meant all in one because it did everything that you needed. They weren't going to call it Xbox all in one, so they cut it down to Xbox One. But again, it's confusing because you're thinking the original Xbox is Xbox One, not the new machine. I don't think the name was a problem. I think the DRM was a problem, and the minute people started shitting on it, that's when the name became a problem. Yeah, you call it sad, but that's not even what it was called. .360 was the best console of all time. PS5, 6, 6. I don't think you're going to get past the PS6. The way Sony's going, good luck, Sony. I can't wait till the PlayStation 6 is all digital. Because then I know everyone's going to flip the fuck out. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Yeah, but they've done a lot of great stuff since the Xbox One was announced. Xbox has done a lot of good shit, man. The only issue is the big games. It's like we're waiting, but in the meantime, could you give us little small games? But Sony's doing the same shit. They're not giving us like the games that we need. We need some games. We need Twisted Metal. We need SOCOM. We need these games back. Parappa the Rapper. Where are all these games? While you're making the big games, give us a little stuff. Oh my God, Sony are legends. Yeah, people are gonna be like, "This is great. Sony's doing it. It's great. It's great that everything's digital." Oh man, that was funny. Even though I haven't tried Game Pass, I think it's better than Sony, and I think the achievement system is better than trophies. But that's about it. The achievement system on Xbox is okay, but it's just not the same as it used to be. Dude, Xbox, they stopped this, but during the Xbox One, they gave an achievement for watching Netflix. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? They didn't know what they were doing with that thing, man. That team, that original Xbox One team, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing over there. This guy, Phil Spencer, took it over. He fixed everything. But, I mean, the achievement system is still a little borked. They just don't care about it as much as they used to. Yep. Sony followed after that, yep. People, it's funny. The PlayStation 3 didn't have achievements or a cross media bar. They added that stuff in later. A lot of people don't know that. Oh yeah, and Rumble and the controller, they added that in later too. After they lied to everybody, they got caught. Yeah, Xbox has the better online. There's no doubt. Well, you shouldn't like Sony more. You should just like both of them. You should like Nintendo too. Like I said, they're like the Three Stooges: Moe, Larry, and Curly. Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. They all do stupid shit, and they all do good shit. That if one sucks, you jump to the other one. That's the great thing about having them. But a lot of people, listen, I get people can't afford to buy them all. That's all right. I get that. No problem. You buy what you want. But a lot of people, they'll just shit on the machines just for no reason. And I'm like, bro, you don't even play it. Like, what are you doing? If I had it, I wouldn't be able to play both consoles. Yeah, exactly. You don't have the time. That's right. A lot of people don't have time, man. That's fine. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm just fucking with you in the chat. You know that. But a lot of people are. A lot of people say stupid shit online, and people believe it. You know. Phil Spencer saying great games don't sell consoles. I mean, he's right. Look at the numbers that got put out. Ratchet and Clank didn't make any money. Spider-Man didn't make any money. They're not making their targets. There's 50 million PlayStation 5s out there. And they've only sold 2 million copies of Ratchet and Clank. They've only sold, what was it, 10 million copies of Spider-Man 2? 20 million? It's going to get to a point where they got to do something. And I think Sony lacks variety. I think if Sony gets that variety back like they had with the PS1 and PS2, they'll be fine. But the consoles, they don't even make money on the machines, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, Nintendo has a lot of good games, but their Switch cost them like nothing to make. That Switch, Nintendo Switch, probably cost them like $50 to make. I'm not even kidding. The Tegra X1 that's in the Switch was in the Ouya, which came out in 2010, 2011. And the Ouya was, what was that, $199? $199, $120? What was the Ouya? I don't even remember. How much was that at launch? That's why the Switch really needs an update. Like, bad. Nintendo will always be fine. Nintendo's like the Disney of gaming. They got everything. They got their Mickey Mouse, which is Mario. They got their Goofy, which is like Link. Like, they're good. Nintendo's going to be fine. I wish Nintendo would grow a pair of fucking balls, though, and make an actual 4K box. Because they could get all the third parties back. bro, if Nintendo fucking spent a couple extra bucks, which they have, nobody would be talking about Sony or Xbox right now. They'd be talking about Nintendo. And that's when I grew up a Nintendo guy, okay? They were the kings back in the day. The Wii U, they rested on their laurels and they got fucking lazy. The Wii U was good for 15 minutes. And they saw all these idiots buying it. And they were like, oh yeah, we don't need to spend money to make hardware. And it's like, no, don't do that. And here we are. I'm not an Xbox hater, and I will say, stand the test of time. The 360 was great. Grew up on PS1, PS2, and I like the 5. Yeah, you could like the 5. That's fine. Sony are selling systems, but shitting. What you said? Shitting on profits. Gamers care about sales and consider a win. The boards and investors. That's what I'm saying. Like, all these guys come out and say, well, PlayStation is great because they have exclusives. It's like, that's not why PlayStation is great. PlayStation is great because they have good games. It's not the fact that it's only on PlayStation. It's the fact that they have good games. If those games were on other platforms, they would still be good games. There's like this illusion out there that PlayStation people only buy it for those games, which is not true. We've seen the numbers. The numbers just got leaked a month ago. People are buying a PlayStation because they're playing with their friends in Fortnite, Call of Duty. Even though there's crossplay, people just want to be on PlayStation with their friends. That's the whole thing. There's a very small percentage of people that buy it for exclusives, but a majority of people, it's PlayStation. That's what they know. The name is a powerhouse. People prefer that name because they know it over Xbox. It's just that's why a lot of these guys online, they post stupid shit, and it's like you got to weed through it. You got to fucking weed through the narrative, bullshit narrative that's out there. Nintendo could bury both if they had a pair. That's true. That's very true. If Nintendo had a Series X, say they made a console like the Series X, it's over. Nintendo hates Sony. So Nintendo's plan is to team with Microsoft and take out Sony. That's been the game plan for years. Nintendo wants to be the only Japanese company in the gaming space. They don't want Sony with them. A lot of these stupid people online, ooh, it should only come down to Sony and Nintendo. It's like, no. Nintendo's using Microsoft to fucking take out Sony. Don't you guys see all this shit? Nintendo's getting Call of Duty again because they're friends with Microsoft. Activision wanted nothing to do with them. Activision was like, no way, we're not doing it. Sorry. Nintendo of America is in Redmond, Washington. It's in the same cul-de-sac as Microsoft. Do you think the consoles should merge together? No, but I think there should at some point just be one fucking machine. By the way, Sony used to make games for Super Nintendo, Genesis, Sega CD. I'm reading all these comments. Sony will never go third party. They've been there. They've been third party. Sony's made third party games for years before they got into console space. But I'm reading this shit online. I'm like, you guys are stupid. Sony used to make games for Super Nintendo, Sega CD, Sega Genesis, Nintendo. They were known as Sony ImageSoft back then. XGP is justification to keep Xbox. Game Pass. What pisses me off is they're not focused enough on the console. They're not. Yo, the fact that they're telling people, yeah, these games are being developed now and they'll be released in 5 to 6 years. Well, if they're saying the console's coming out in 2026, that means the games we're working on now aren't even coming out for these machines. That's the issue. That's why I'm mad, but everyone's acting like, it's all right. I'll just take the $500 hit. I love Xbox. It's like, no, we bought this machine for what? I get it. We're going to enjoy the games we have now. I understand that. But I got to buy another machine now when Blade comes out. If I even want to play that game. Like, what are we doing, man? You got more money than Sony. You can make all the games you want. You could churn those things out quickly. If you really wanted to, they could do it, but they're not going to do it. They're going to just keep the course, and that's fine for them, I guess. But the fans are just sitting here like, come on, what are you doing? And now Sony has no roadmap, so what the fuck are they doing this year? Nintendo's about to unveil their roadmap, which you better get your money ready because that's going to be an expensive roadmap this year. The PS2 highest selling console of all time? Yeah, but you have to understand something. Where was the cutoff? Yeah, the DS had a 20-year run. Switch is number 3, that's true. Like, they put enough games to eclipse the PS2 production. There's a lot of crap on the Switch, man. I'm not even... Bro, I go to the sites to see what was, like, posted on the Switch. It's all crap. It's literally, people are porting mobile games over the Switch. It's like, that doesn't count as a library. Come on, man. That's some bullshit. It's the level of IPs Microsoft owns now. Jamie, I'm glad you're keeping it real, man. Because I saw, like I said, I saw some of your posts where you're calling out Xbox. Good man. You got to call these companies out because they're fucking us. They're all fucking us. The problem is who's doing it less. Sony's rimrodding people. Now, after everyone bought a PlayStation for Christmas, there's a V2 controller coming out. Why couldn't you put that controller in the box with the Slim? Because they're going to do that eventually. But you wait till after Christmas to make a V2 PlayStation controller. Echo the Dolphin? Echo? Echo games? What are you guys talking about? Sony's worse, but Xbox needs to get their shit together. Thank you. Thank you. I agree. Nintendo's still resting on history. Absolutely. This guy knows what he's talking about in the chat. Thank you. I'm validated. Echo Games. Ichi Games? Is that a studio? What is that? See, he keeps it real, man. And they're the Three Stooges. Xbox fucked up on that memory, man. I gotta pay more money for that thing, that 1 terabyte module. I could buy a 2 terabyte NVMe for cheaper than that thing. Even when the module's on sale, I could still get an NVMe cheaper. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. I didn't know that. Yeah, I get it. You and RWK with the corn on the cob. I get what you're saying. No, corn is a nice way of saying something else. That's what these guys are always talking about in the chat. No, worse than that. Oh man, you guys in the chat are funny. It's not even just that though, Jamie. I see all these like mobile games, like games that you would play on a flip phone. Those are games that are on the Switch. Not even like smartphone games, flip phone games. Sorry, I'm from the Bronx. I don't know what corn is. Oh man, it closes in an hour. Thank God. I actually had to go to the supermarket after this. Oh, my back is killing me. Pentiment would be perfect for the Switch, but no, Xbox had to have it. Okay, can I ask you something, Jamie? On you like Xbox, right? Obviously. Are you like? Can you be real with me? Pentiment on X, like for real? What the fuck is that game? You know what I mean? I know some Xbox fanboy guys like it's a great game if you just try it. And I'm like, I'm not trying it. I'm not playing that game. I don't give a fuck. I bought the machine for Gears of War and Halo. Those style of games. I want variety, like I keep saying. That's fine, but that is not my preferred variety. I hate how Xbox makes a shitty game and they're trying to push it on everybody. Oh yeah, if you just play Redfall, you'll just like it. It's like, okay, I tried Redfall. It got boring. It couldn't keep me for 5 hours. I played 3 hours and 59 minutes of fucking Redfall. I was done. But I hate how they keep saying, yeah, it's not as bad as it seems. And then the echo chamber comes. Yeah, you know what? It's not that bad. You know, just people hating on it and all that. I hate that. Just be real. The game is no good. But what the fuck is Pentiment? You give me Pentiment? Are you crazy? That's, like you said, it should have been a game that was on the Switch. Because guess what? Nobody would play it and it'd be forgotten about. Played the Quake games? Hell yeah, I played Quake. I played Quake on a. I played Quake. I don't know. When were you guys born? Probably I played Quake before you guys were even born. I played Quake on an IBM Aptiva. I still have the disc. Which I had to show you guys that thing one day. I have to show you the crack. You're born in 91? Quake was what, like 96, 97? First one? I think it was 96. Because Quake 2 was like 97, 98. Dreadpool is 100% correct. The King is here. They released a remaster of the first one. Yep. That's an Xbox game, too. And the second one. The second one just hit a couple of, what was that, last year? I'm 5 minutes behind, but the PS2 had over 13 years of game production. Sony had to tell devs to quit making games for the PS2 and focus on PS3. That's when they caught up and surpassed 360, yes. That's why I always tell people there's a cutoff. Yeah, it's the greatest selling thing of all time. Yeah, because they cheated. They stayed in business longer than they had to. They're doing that with the PS4 right now. You can still buy a PS4 at Walmart. In another 10 years, the PS4 sold like 8 times more than Xbox. Yeah, because it was on the market longer than Xbox One. Xbox One died 4 years ago. They're still selling PlayStation 4 right now, new. You think we'll get the PS5 Pro? Yes, because they know we'll buy it. Because you got idiots on Twitter saying, I'll pay $200 for Last of Us Remake. And they sold it to you. They sold me the shitty handheld which I bought, which I forgot to return, and now I'm stuck with it. The Portal. They sold you the $200 earbuds for the Portal, which only work on the Portal, which I didn't buy. They're selling you the V2 controller after everyone bought a controller for Christmas. Maybe the V2 controller comes with the Pro. Yeah, but Captain Catch, I think in '97, Quake 2 came out on PC. That game was crazy. That was like the first like online game that like people were making custom skins for the characters. You could play as Ghostface from Scream, Spider-Man, Wolverine. It's like you're playing Quake 2 and you just see like Wolverine running around shooting people. That was like Fortnite before Fortnite. Dreadpool's 100% right, though. I want to cross over with Blazkowicz, Doom Guy, Master Chief. I'd rather buy a PS4 Pro once than a Slim. Last of Us Remake was a scam because of the HBO show. Yeah, man. They just ran with that one. I absolutely love The Last of Us 1 and 2. Ooh, you like the second one? I don't know about that one, man. But if I have change, I'd like to get a Slim, then trade it in for a Pro later. Yeah, I really like Quake. Quake is awesome. But I first played Quake on PC when it came out. It was only a PC game. And then it came to console later. It's like Doom and Wolfenstein. Now, have you seen they're remaking Last of Us? Yep. I called that. I said they were remaking that. There's new content, but it's $50 for 3 years for a 3-year-old game. Well, they already have a Last of Us 2 Remake Collector's Edition that's $100. Is it 50 or aren't they selling it for 70, like on disc? I know it's a $10 upgrade if you have the other one digital, which I have digital. I'll probably just pay the $10, but I already beat the game. Like, first I hated the second one, but I played it, got turned off because of what they did. After that scene, I loved The Last of Us 2. Wow, Anthony hates that game. The Last of Us 2 should really be retcon. You know what it is? The Last of Us 2, the first game was like a zombie apocalyptic game. Dude, the second game was like a Netflix fucking love story. Romance movie from the Netflix section or whatever. It's just, what happened? You just changed the game completely because you wanted to tell a story. Or put his message out there. I don't know. If you like it, that's fine. I beat it. The gameplay was good, but a lot of it was talking, and I'm like, I want to play the game. Doom was the Skyrim of the time. Doom Ultimate and 32X Doom. Final Doom was really cool for PS1. I was the same way. Disgusted by what they did, but after that, I got over it. Loved the game. The gameplay is phenomenal. I love the gameplay. I just don't like the story. I think killing Joel was a stupid fucking decision. If I were them, I would have killed him off in the last game. But I wouldn't kill him off the beginning of the second game. I get that was the whole point of the story, but not something I would have done. Karai, what's up? I'm fine. How are you? MetaQuest, I would say get 3. Don't buy the old stuff. So your unboxing was nice. Thank you. Over here, Last of Us 2 was 45 physical. Don't know about the US. That's the new one or the current one? So here's the thing. Sony Japan is going to take over PlayStation again. Now that Jim Ryan's out of here. They've canceled all their games as a service games. They had 15 of them in development or something like that. They canceled 9 of them. So now that Japan's taking over again, we don't know where they're going. Jim Ryan's roadmap was the games as a service. Japan canceled half those games, or majority of half those games. We don't know where Sony's going. And they've said nothing. They haven't announced anything. They're getting their house in order. We got to see what they're going to do. They could make or break this company, depending on the decisions they make. So let's see what happens. But we got to find out what's coming out this year. We got to see what they're going to do. Skip to the old stuff for the highest. Skip the old stuff for the highest MetaQuest you can afford and go for it. That's true. Jim Ryan soon matricked PlayStation. My issue with Last of Us 2 is absolutely killing off Joel. But to me, the main issue is how much it dragged. Thank you. The gameplay's way better than the first one. Yep, I agree. But the original is still 10 out of 10. Yep, I get you. I'm on the same page, man. I would say another thing I didn't like is how much story about Abby helping. I don't know. I beat the game, but I was like questioning myself after that. I was like, yeah, this isn't, dude, that's like if Resident Evil 9 was a dating simulator. You're like, what the fuck is this? This is not Resident Evil. Help me. And then Anthony goes, no, it's fine. Jill's in it. Nah, it's okay. Jill's in it. Like, bro, I don't care who the fuck's in that game. If that game turns into a dating simulator, that franchise is fucking dead. There he is. Double M. How you doing, man? You know, it kind of reminds me of Metal Gear 2, where you start off as Solid Snake, and the rest of the game you're playing as Raiden. And it's just like, why? That's not what people wanted. Abby was annoying. The tribal chief. I just feel tired. Well, I acknowledge the MILF man in the chat room. That's his name. I'm not making that up. I had to say that every time I stream so people watching this later don't think I'm just talking to myself. Because sometimes the chat rooms, they don't show up with the archives for whatever reason. It's a hit and a miss. Drucker admitted that Metal Gear Solid 2 was a... Really? I didn't know that. Well, there's your answer, right? Wow. I didn't know that, man. Holy shit. Wow. Speaking of changing things, I gotta change the price of that PS5. He said it on during a podcast on the games. Well, wow, look at that shit, man. What a fucking dick. Cam, mate, what's up? If I find a clip, I'll send it. Yeah, let me know. Silent Evil. Every time Milfman comes in, Ice Ice Baby needs to play. Hey, he's in that. Vanilla Ice is in that game I bought. Crime Boss. He's on the cover. Vanilla Ice is good, man. He just got fucked. He fucked himself, but he never hurt anybody. He got sued by Queen, and that was the end. You know, it's funny. Vanilla Ice, he still looks the fucking same. 30 years later, this guy looks exactly the same. I've been lurking. Yeah, so what Dreadpool said about the MetaQuest, get the latest one, because you know why? It's the same price as what the other one used to be a couple of months prior. If you're going to spend the money to get the latest one. That goes for any product. From speed to homeless. Well, isn't it ironic that MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice, both their albums were like #1 at the same exact time? And both guys ended up broke? And the irony is, both guys are nice people. MC Hammer, you know, he gave his money away, and I think that was a huge issue. A guy named Rob Van Winkle. Still not as bad as what Milli Vanilli did. Oh, yeah, that guy was a nut. I want to win the lotto and win this truck or money giveaway. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I gotta play the lottery to win it, though. Used to have his own show where he'd fix people's houses. He would fix people's houses. There was he had a reality show about him where he was always drunk and he always just wanted to sing ninja rap, and they're like, you gotta sing other stuff, you can't just sing ninja rap, because that was the only song that he had that was original. That was like a hit. He couldn't sing Ice Ice Baby. I know he did the Korn version where we don't even want to talk about that now, do we? He's always been a good guy, though. MC Hammer went back to preaching, but he's still a gangster. He put a hit out on third base with his goody-goody image. Really? Is he really a bad guy? I never really heard anything bad. I know he went broke over here, but he was like a megastar in Japan still. For years. They love him over there. It's called the Vanilla Ice Project. I remember Vanilla Ice on MTV reality shows. Why couldn't he sing Ice Ice Baby? Because he could sing it, but it has to be a different like beat completely. Because he used a song from Queen, and they took him to court over it, and they won. That's what like killed his career. If they didn't do that, you would see like he'd be like a meme. He'd be like the car insurance commercials. You'd hear him singing Ice Ice Baby and all. That would be all over the place. Can't do it now. Don't fuck with the hammer. Yeah, I didn't know he was really bad like that, man. I thought he was a clean-cut guy. I'll have to look into that later. He illegally sampled a Queen song. Vanilla Ice ain't beating Freddie. Which is funny because MC Hammer sampled Rick James. And both those songs were #1 at the same time. Or their albums were #1 at the same time. I remember getting the newspaper. I was a little kid. One side had MC Hammer and the other side said Vanilla Ice. And it goes, their albums are out today or something on there. Or you see the Cucamonga Boy. That's it. Fuck that match. Yo. I was thinking about actually buying the pay-per-view to see Sting wrestle. Once they announced that's his final match, fuck that. Yo, his final match was March 26, 2001 on the final Nitro against Ric Flair. That's Sting's last match. Okay? Fuck that bullshit. If Sting knows what's good for him, he'll be like, yeah, I'll do that. That's my last match, right? And then he'll go right to WWE and go, yeah, I want one more fight with somebody. Give me CM Punk. That would piss off Tony Khan if that shit happened, man. He'd fucking go nuts. He would go crazy if Sting showed up in WWE for our last match. Forget it. Yo, I'd rather watch Sting versus Otis on SmackDown as his last match than watch the fucking AEW thing with the Young Bucks. Fuck that. Get out of here. Rhythm and chimed in on as his own. Ice backed him up, and that's where he got fucked. Yeah, because he tried telling the judge, no, I added the or whatever, right? He added that little thing like you said. And that's what killed him in court. Because everyone laughed at him. I thought you loved the Cucamonga Boy. No, fuck those guys. They could super kick the dick for all I care. AEW's dead. I don't even consider them a thing anymore. If they're fighting Sting, that means Sting's losing. So, and the internet's like, this is bullshit or whatever. And like they have Sting going out there saying, "Oh, I chose the Young Bucks to be my last." It's like, get the fuck out of here, dude. How are they going to get this guy? How are they going to carry him through a match? There's going to be a lot of blown spots in that match. Because they want to do what they want to do. Sting versus Drug Jeff Hardy. I think he'd take that match because he wouldn't have to do anything, right? I would do Sting versus Walter. He slaps the paint off his face, calls him a clown. And that's it. Walter Gunther. What I keep calling him Walter. Gunther. And had him fight Gunther. And that's it, man. You end his career. And Gunther goes on to... He's got the Intercontinental. He retired Sting, and he wants the world title now. And he goes right up to Roman Reigns. He goes, yeah, I don't care about your fucking... your bloodline. I'm fighting you. You need to fear me. Forget about it. The place will go crazy. I wish they would call him Walter again. But they're not going to do that. Gunther is a sleeper threat for Roman. Yeah, I would. He would be the guy. If you're going to beat Roman Reigns, he's the guy that beats him. Bro, like you do heel and heel. It'll work. With those two guys, it'll work. Because people secretly want Gunther to be like the guy, even though he's a heel. And they're getting tired of Roman. So if he goes up to Roman, he's going to have people behind him. But you got to give this guy some weight. He's got to knock some legit people out. Beating The Miz, beating all these other fucking idiots. Nah, he's got to be the legend, this guy. And he's got to go right up to fucking Roman Reigns. Have him slap the shit out of Paul Heyman. Like Paul Heyman, our tribal chief told me to send you a message. And Gunther grabs him and slaps the shit out of him. And goes, I don't think he's understanding me. Like, yo, I was dying laughing when he tells The Miz, I don't think you've been bullied enough. And he beats the fuck out of him. Like, I was dying laughing. We're supposed to feel bad for The Miz that he used to be bullied. Look at him now. He's a fucking multi-millionaire. Who cares if he was bullied? He's making a lot of money now. Gunther Minoru Suzuki match. He's rich, he has a stable ass job, and he goes home to Maurice. That's right. What was that one line from Wrestling Voice? Meaty men slapping other meaty men around the ring. Yeah, the Monday Night Meat, that's what they're calling it. They got these big fat guys fighting each other now. Hey, man, it is what it is. I just wish Raw was 2 hours. 3 hours is killing me. I like how they promote CM Punk, though. Like, yeah, he'll be on this Monday. So you watch it, you see the guy, and you turn the shit off. Yo, if I'm WWE, they gotta make a Tony Khan character. They gotta fuck with Tony really bad. Because he's gonna be all over. He's gonna go flip the fuck out. He's gonna say and do stupid shit, and he's gonna get in trouble. They need to fucking make a guy that rips off Tony Khan. That would be like the icing on the cake. Dude, they could call him Anthony Khan. They could call him Tony Con. They could trademark that shit and sell T-shirts with that. Now Triple H has to prepare and trademark Paul McMahon, Levesque McMahon. Like he's got to trademark everything they could use to make fun of him because they'll hit back. But you trademark all the parody names of your guy, and then you fucking just hit that guy with the parody. Dude, they fucking used Bash at the Beach. They didn't even fucking own it. AEW Bash at the Beach, and then they got a letter from WWE. Like, what are you doing? Like the Billionaire Ted promos? Yeah. But you get a guy that looks like him, too. You know what's fucked up, too? WWE does the press scrums. You have that guy open up all the scrums. Make that guy the general manager. That's what you do. And you have the wrestlers driving him crazy on Raw. Oh, man. Like, you can have a field day with that shit. This guy would be home flipping the fuck out. He'd be on the phone. He'd have to get like 3 phones. He'd have to pay people to sit in the room while they were all watching Raw, and he's just walking around, screaming and yelling, telling them what to write on social media as him. He wouldn't be able to fucking handle the phone. I would do it, man. Fuck him. No way I see Sting picking up the Bucks. Guys like Christian or Edge, I could believe that. Well, yeah, why isn't Christian like his last opponent? I mean, I know they're not in a storyline together right now, but after Edge, he can move over to fucking Sting. Or, hey, if you were smart, why don't you do Samoa Joe versus fucking Sting for the title? Because then people are like, well, if Sting wins, does he retire with the title or does he win the title and stay? Like, you put that down in people's minds. So they buy the fucking show and they're like, what are we going to see? Or is Joe going to beat Sting and Joe's going to be a dominant force in AEW? That's what you do, man. You put that guy in the main event. Because then the fans are like, what's going to happen? What if he wins the title and he can't leave? Or if he wins the title, is he retiring with the title? Like, what's going on? Yeah, I know they did it in TNA, but that was like 15 years ago. Have him flip his shit on X whenever Becky walks by. Bro, she was on Jeopardy a couple of months ago. She got none of the questions right. None of them. She had like a negative like $36,000. Embarrassing. Why do you put that woman on Jeopardy if she doesn't know anything about it? Should have got somebody in the back that knew what they were doing. Make the company look good. We ignore that. Yeah, I know. Not a fan of hers. Becky sounds like a guy when she talks. Exactly. Thank you. Bro, her accent is so thick, it sounds like she's speaking a different language. And she sounds like a guy who's speaking a different language. It's like somebody's dubbing their voice over her. Like some guy is dubbing his voice over her. Remember when she wasn't getting pushed and people were like tweeting at Road Dogg like, "You don't know how to book SmackDown. She's over." And Road Dogg is like, "Can we finish telling the story first?" And they're like, "No." I don't even call him Road Dogg anymore. I call him Santa Claus. That's what he fucking looks like now. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. Damn, I hated her, man. How has it been at the shop today? We sold the Turbo Graphics. We sold a Switch. Sold Tears of the Kingdom. Sold the SD card with that. And I sold 4 PlayStation 1 games. So all in all, made about $600 today. Which I don't have to open for the rest of the weekend now. No, I'm gonna be here tomorrow. And Sunday. Monday I probably won't be here. I'm gonna make it rain. Yeah, I'm gonna make it rain when my bank account pays for the bills for this place. That pretty much paid the rent. Today paid the rent. I was here for an hour and a half and I paid the rent. One day out of the month. That's all it takes. Make that money. Hell yeah. I wish I could take it home, but I can't. I just gotta. That's how I'm still here, man. We make the money and leave it in the account. The bills come out, and this place. Yes, the rest of this month will be just profit. But again, I leave it there. I don't mess with it because that's how we stay open. You never know when something's gonna come out. I got taxes due, probably like in another month. So just keep making money, leave it in there, pay all the damn bills, and then keep doing that. That's what I'm saying. I don't make money. I don't like take home a paycheck here. Like I make the money to keep this place going. That's it. That's why I'm so tired of taking shit from people. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting like shit on for nothing. I'm not getting paid for it. Like I'm doing my thing at my own pace. Like I'm good. How many days do you work? Whenever I want to work. We're still appointment only, but I'm coming here as much as I can at 3:30 and just staying open because a lot of people are getting mad. People that don't shop here are getting mad. So fake outrage. My customers are cool. They want me to come in. They call me up. They're like, yeah, I want to come in. All right, I'll be right there. Eli, what's up? Well, of course. Where did you work before the shop? I had my own car business, my own car service. I had my own car service before this. Then before that, I'm going backwards here. Before that was okay. I've always worked in retail. I worked CVS, Stop and Shop, CompUSA, Best Buy. Then I worked for a cab company. Then I opened my own car service. Then I moved up here, and then I did the car service. I was getting killed though doing that. I was driving all the way up here, all the way down to the city, and then coming back and making like $30. After it was all said and done, I was like, I'm not doing this shit. I'm tired. Literally, I've fallen asleep driving home. When I lived down there, the car service was beautiful. I was 20 minutes from LaGuardia and like 45 minutes from JFK. I was making crazy money down there. And that was before Uber. Uber had like just started, and it wasn't as big as it is now. But that probably would have put me out if I would have stayed down there and just did that. But after that, I just didn't do anything. Then I had to have surgery, so I had surgery, and then I felt better, and I was like, all right, it's time to do this again. So we did this. We jumped into this. And that's it. Keeping it going. All right, Jamie, I'll take care, man. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Car business. Yeah, I would take people to the airport. Um, I would do birthday parties, like stuff like that. Mostly airport stuff. Oh, I had a thing where I was taking a kid to school every morning. So that was a good one. I was getting paid pretty good for that. I was getting paid like a couple $100 a week for doing that shit. Crazy customers here, yes. The car service, not really. There were okay. These people were super rich. This is fucked up, but it's funny. So it was like a family, and they were loaded. Okay, they had their three cats with them in the trunk. Now the trunk I had a Suburban, so it's not like they were like you shut the trunk on. They're just in the back. They're in the little cat carriers in the back. Bro, the grandmother had to take the old cat because if the airplane went down, at least she went with the old cat. Where the younger siblings took the younger cats. You can't fucking make that shit up. That's what they told me. Like that's they were very nice people. They were cool, but that was like the weirdest thing I ever heard. I don't think I told Anthony that story. But like they had this whole thing like written out that the older cat would go with the grandmother, and the younger cats would go with the younger sibling. Like, that's when you have too much money, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You need to sit there and think about a cat like that. Like Look, I get they're your pets. I have cats, but holy shit. But besides that, here I've had a million crazy customers. Fred's seen it. Frank's seen it. Anthony saw it. Time is 7:07, huh? Any other questions? I want to take these down because I can't hear anybody through these things, but I have nowhere to put them. Although I'm pissed because that one guy did sneeze. He sneezed all over the glass over here. And I was like, bro, we're just getting over this shit. And you're fucking blowing your snot all over this glass case over here. I don't know. Type C charge cable. No, this was right when it was like a year ago when it was like everyone didn't have to wear a mask anymore. Guy comes in, he kneels down to look at the glass, goes, "Rah!" I'm like, holy shit. Imagine if I didn't have these here and that thing would have went right in my face. I'm just thinking, man, what a fucking idiot. I mean, obviously I cleaned it. I have these antibacterial wipes. It kills everything. No, he didn't apologize. Why would anybody apologize? They've done nothing wrong. People don't apologize anymore, MILF man, because when you apologize, you can get sued in a court of law. Did you know that? People don't apologize anymore. That's some bullshit. People are just fucking nuts. I apologize for my shit. When I fuck up, I'm like, I'm sorry, I fucked up. A lot of other people these days, I didn't do anything. You just sneezed on the glass. No, I didn't do that. They act like they're gonna get sued for like $8 million if they admit that they were wrong. It's like, grow fucking backbone. Grow a set of balls. Excuse me, when do you get your shipment of Guitar Hero guitars? I don't get a shipment of them. Oh, you don't? Because they're $300 on eBay. Well, if they are, why would I get a shipment and sell them to you for $10 then, right? Come on, common sense. If I got a shipment of Guitar Hero guitars, why would I sell it to you for less than eBay? Wouldn't I just get a shipment of them and sell them on eBay and make all that money? Come on. How am I going to get $300-$400 guitars for $10 to sell them to you for $20? Come on. It's impossible. I like how people call and pretend like the NCAA football games. Oh yeah, do you happen to have NCAA? How much is it? And then you tell them $80. Like, oh, oops, I didn't know that. Like, yeah, you knew that. You're trying to get it from me for $2, so you could sell it on eBay. You know how many people are trying to pull that shit with me? One lady messaged us, and then I said, "Oh, it's $80," and she just wrote with the blushy smiley emoji. Oh, okay, thank you. Like, she got caught. She thought I was going to say $2. Stupid. I'm closing in 15 minutes, brother. I'm out of here. It's all spam. I don't have T-Mobile. Any other questions? Probably gonna wrap it up in about 15-20 minutes. I'll try to think of some. Fam. That's fantastic. I got Lassus right there. Do you know if Anthony's streaming tonight? He's probably not going to be streaming tonight. No, I said fam. I said fantastic. Do you know if... Yeah, he's not. If he wasn't on by like 4 o'clock, he ain't streaming tonight. Unless he's doing a late stream, which I don't know. He might. But I don't think he is. He might be busy. Maybe tomorrow he'll do a stream. I don't know. You see, the thing with Anthony is... sometimes things come up and he can't do it. Or sometimes he's working on stuff and he just doesn't have the time to jump on the live stream. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, if you can help him out with that PC build, we'll get him built that PC, and he could get things done a lot more quickly and efficiently. But you guys got to help him out. Do you have the LSD Dream Emulator? What the hell is that? It's a $1,500 game? I never even heard of that game. LSD? The drug? Or you mean LED? Oh, I never heard of that. When I worked at Best Buy, you look up the rarest games. When I worked at Best Buy, we had some lady. She goes, "Do you have the Sony PCP?" I was like, "We don't have drugs here." The lady really thought it was called the PCP. It's the PSP. Valkyrie Profile. That I don't have. I have this game. This game is $219 for PS1. Lunar 2, Eternal Blue Complete Edition. Persona 1 I probably don't have. I have Wild Arms 5, which is like a $400 game. It might be a $500 game. I have a sealed Vita game, Mortal Kombat, $80, sealed. Yeah, we got the Sony PCP right next to the LG LSDs. I got this Yomawari Night Alone sealed for the Vita. It's $130 over here. I got two Vitas here, a white one and a black one. I told Anthony they're in really good condition. He wants to get a Vita. But he can't spend the money. He's building a computer. I just locked this thing. Complete. Lomax? I don't think I have that. I do have. Ow! That hurt. Oh, that hurt. That was an RBI baseball. I fell. Here. Chrono Trigger. $900. Right here. The real deal. Complete in box. It fell. I don't want it now. Oh, that's just N64. That's the expensive N64 games. Then you got Super Nintendo. Then you got NES. This is the whole. That's Super Game Boy in here. Super Nintendo N64 and here's NES. Yeah, Chrono goes for more than 900, but I'm selling it for cheaper than that because I want to get rid of it. That's the low end price for that game. That game has sold for about between 1,400 and 1,200 bucks. The Vita, I think, is 179. I got a white one and a black one. They're both very, very good condition. I got N64s, I got Wii U's, I got a PS5, I got Switches, I got PS4s, I got the Pro, I got the Xbox One X, I got the VCR Xbox One, Xanic X. No, I don't have that. I never even heard of that. It's some weird stuff. You guys can't see, but the wall behind the camera has all the accessories. I got to do a store tour. I could do one right now. Yeah, I actually did a tour for Noof Nukem, but I sent them a private video for that. Because I was like, yeah, I own a gaming store. And he's like, you do? And I was like, he's like, I'd love to see your store. And I'm like, I better do a store tour for this guy or else he's going to think I'm full of shit. So I privately sent him one a couple of months ago. But, I'm trying to think, how can I get... I could stay alive here and then do another stream. Right? I could do that. Let's wait till I'm closed. Because I don't want to start doing a store tour and somebody walks in. I got 5 minutes before I shut the fucking door. Well, I gotta turn the TV on outside too. Yeah, I'll do a store tour. I'll leave this on and I'll jump on my phone. Jump on another stream. Excuse me. You know what I love, Dreadpool? These crazy people, these retro guys, they call like the shop scumbag resellers, and I'm like, but they're the ones selling like 85 copies of like the rarest game known to man. Yeah, you could do 2 streams. Over 1,000 games, I guess. There's a lot of games. You guys are gonna shit in your pants. I mean, some of you guys seen the store, but for you new guys like Danny, you guys haven't seen the store. Milfman hasn't seen the store either. I don't have Discord on here. If I had Discord on this computer, then I could join on my phone and then from my phone broadcast, so it would be in this stream, but the quality probably wouldn't be up to par. We should do a 360. Yes, I will allow you to do that. Dreadpool, you can make all the 360 videos you want and do what you want with them. I'm going to give you 100% permission to do whatever you want whenever you come over here. Because I know that's going to be content for you. So, you do what you want, man. You could record the fucking craziness that happens. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Batman is here. You guys are awesome people. Just a little bit. Yeah, you're fighting crime. That's why you're busy. You don't have to worry. We understand. Gotta beat up the Joker and throw him back in jail. Who's coughing in the background? I don't know. I'll give you the videos for historical value. Do what you want. You're good. Film whatever you want. One minute left. Yeah, that's right. It's a year ago today that the guy tried to buy all the sealed games. He was like, I'll offer you 400 cash. And I'm like, this is like $800 worth of fucking games. And the guy was like, I'm going to go to the bank and I'll wait in the parking lot. Call me when you want to make the deal and I'll come right back over and give you the cash. Dude, the guy left. I told my wife, we're going to fuck home. Because the 12th, yeah, failed. Today is my grandmother's birthday. She would have been 95 today. Wait. No, she would have been 94 today. So, the 12th, I like to leave work a little bit early. To go home and relax. Because that's what she wanted me to do, and that's what she liked to do. But that guy was holding me up, and I was fucking pissed. And then he was like, yeah, I'll go over there. Give me a call. And I told her, we're going to fuck home. Get in the car. We went home. Fuck that guy. And blocked his number. The guy sounded like Taz on the phone from ECW. And then when the guy came in here, he was shy and wouldn't talk. Like, oh, I like this game. You have this game? But on the phone, he's like, yeah, you got that game? Blah, blah, blah. I was expecting like this big guy to come in. Just an average looking guy. I was like, oh, yeah, I like that game. I'm like, is this the same guy that was just on the phone? I don't know, man. There's some fucking crazy people over here. I swear to God. I mean, there's crazy people everywhere, but holy shit. So it's time to close. I'm going to update that computer. I already updated this computer. This game is off the hook. Happy birthday, yeah. Thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, so on the 12th, I always like to just chill out. Alright, so I'm going to leave this stream on, and I'm going to start a new one on my phone. What phone has the most battery? I don't even know anymore. I guess I'll just use my phone. Let me set this up. So I'll leave this on. So when we're done with the store tour, I'll sit down and talk to you guys for a few minutes. Because I won't be able to read all the comments because I'll be showing you the store. So when we're done with that, just come back into this stream. It's going to stay on. I'll tell you when I'm live. What's screencast? Hang on, what's this? Oh no, that's if you're playing games or something, right? We don't want vertical, we want horizontal. I fucking hate vertical. That's the dumbest thing to ever do with these phones. You got $1 million phone in your pocket and you gotta film like you're a fucking idiot. Like, come on. Go live together. What does that mean? How can I go live together? Hey, does go live together work? How does that work? Does anybody know? Like, can I join? I guess I can't join my own stream. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Advanced settings. No, horizontal. I do not want vertical. Okay. All right, we're doing this. I'll retake the thumbnail. Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube. I'll tell you when it's up. No, flip the camera, man. No. Here, flip the camera. Take a thumbnail. Right here. That's going to go live in like a second. Hey, I'll leave this right here. Alright, it's live, so let me get you guys the link. I want to see how this is going to come out. Let me go to YouTube and get the link. Yeah. Hey, it works. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna mute this end of it. I'm gonna mute OBS. I'll turn my camera. All right, thanks for telling me, 800. I had my mic off. This goes back. It's sealed. Look. And this, it didn't come with the slipcover, so I ordered it from Amazon. This goes back. And I don't need 2 copies, so. Dreadpool never left. No sound. All right, I fixed that. We are good. Any final questions or thoughts or anything? Because I'm going to go soon. I had to go to the supermarket to make sure there's no food left. That's how it works up here. Last Thursday, okay, we went food shopping. I just eat basic stuff because I'm on I'm eating a certain way now. I go there, everything's empty. It was like Armageddon because it was going to snow for one fucking day. And guess what? Sunday, the day after it snowed, everyone was out doing shit. So, it's ridiculous. No questions. Nice shot. Playing anything tonight? Maybe Polymega later though. Like later. Maybe. I've been up since 5 in the morning. And before that I went to bed at like whatever time I went to bed last night after the stream. 12:30? 1 o'clock? I got like no sleep. But I'm like awake. But I don't know if I'm gonna be awake. Can't forget the bread. Oh God, the bread and the milk. I don't get that. I still don't get that. Okay, if this was me like a year ago, no bread and milk, man. It's soda, potato chips, ice cream, bread and milk. Fuck all that shit. What are we in 1920? Bread, soda. Bread. Oh my God. Soda, candy, ice cream, popcorn, Elio's pizza. Seltzer. It's like an old Italian thing. I'm telling you. Ask Anthony. I bro, if your power goes out during a storm, that milk is gonna go bad. So what do you eat? Bread? You eat moldy bread and fucking and drink curdled milk, spoiled curdled milk. I don't know, man. I've never heard of that in my life until I saw the memes, and I was like, what does this even mean? And my wife was like, well, usually that's what people get before there's a big storm or whatever. And I'm like, why? Nobody knows. Nobody knows this like answer as to why. I call the old people Dawn of the Dead when you go to the supermarket in the morning, and Night of the Living Dead if they're out past 6 o'clock at night shopping at the supermarket. I always say I got to get to the supermarket before the dawn of the dead. If you get to the supermarket the minute that they open, you're good. You get there 10 minutes after they open, you're fucked. Buy potato bread. Hell up, dawn of the dead. Yeah, it's Captain Catch. That's what you call the old fucks that go to the supermarket in the morning. They make the same noises as the zombies. I like how old people will pay for their food, right? everything will be in the cart and they won't move. They'll stand there, pull out their receipt, and make sure they didn't get robbed. While you're trying to like, they're scanning your food, and you gotta like get in front of your food to bag everything. They're just standing there checking their fucking receipt to make sure that they can get scammed out of 10 cents. One foot in the grave. Wow, that's fucked up. They're getting their bread and milk. Not the receipt checks. I hate that. They do that all the time. You would think as you get older that stuff goes away. That never goes away. Or when you're leaving the supermarket and the old person just stops in the doorway and then they pull their receipt out and look. I'm like, you're in the middle of the doorway. I don't say anything, obviously, but in my head I'm like, it's ridiculous. That's so true. Why even go shopping? If you think that they're going to rob you, why even go there? This is an everyday thing. It's like a tradition. I just paid. Got to pull my fucking receipt out. The supermarket will refund you no matter what. So even if you go home and then pull your receipt out and check it then, you can always bring it back and they'll say, okay, we screwed up. Here you go. But why even pay? Why not tell the cashier, hey, don't rip me off? You know, it's funny. Old people, they check their fucking receipts the minute they pay, but then they go home and they get a call from some guy and they get scammed out of like millions of dollars. So what's the point? You're getting mad over 10 cents and then you're getting scammed hundreds of thousands of dollars over the phone. You know what I mean? Does it make any sense? Oh, my 100-pack shipped. That's going to be 400 CDRs. Hey, the Poly Mega, the laser didn't die yet, right? It's reading all these discs, so why not? I was afraid it was going to break the disk drive, but it's still kicking. Shout out to the Poly Mega. I wish I could get more of those. Leave one here, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Alright, I'm going to turn this computer off completely. Why the doorway? It's either they pay, they push the cart up slightly, and then they pull the receipt on check while your items are going down and you got to get in front of it. They block you there, or they pull in front of you where you're supposed to bag your items. Like they pull around the corner, and they stand right in front where you're supposed to bag the stuff. So you got to grab your stuff and put it in the cart sideways. Or they walk right to the exit and stand right in the middle of the doorway and pull their receipt out. This shit happens all the time. That's why I go either late at night. If you go to the supermarket around this time, nobody's in there. No one's in there. But if you go the minute they open, nobody's in there. But 15, 20 minutes after they open, it's Dawn of the Dead. So, just saying. Any other questions before I run? I'm good. Have a good night. All right, Cody. Thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out. All right, everyone. Thank you. Take care. Stay safe. Have a good one. If I come back later, I come back later. If I don't, I'll see you tomorrow. I got to come back to work tomorrow anyway, so I'll try to stream later. We'll see what happens. I really want to play the Polymega again. So, all right. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.